Sulang Pastor Williams, otro le kutial teal, bukusus rai bedul, maraklay, marubukul belau, bilung, biraklay, marmasil belau. President Baules, Senate, marugul senators, Speaker Anastasio, marugul delegates, Chief Justice, ngiray galaw, mar justices, governors, lators, matugubet celsus rigid amorar other belar rogui ngara blura ngayang al moro hotcharigi mangara clear blur belau igida amal el manu ng arterial tuta mal mrenga sular adra media lo banget Mr. Kasole ma Miss Leilani idri lo banget Vice President ma Minister Minister Obiang Minister Chengin sama Minister Aitaro idri lo banget Chief of Staff ma omtera PBA Mr. Gadoy ma Peoria nga track and field lo bangyadra dal sils kada ma otrule kada maral igam na umre karageng we've experienced ra uksel ora ngilang tatokora klagang godang ra blur belang ding ase del wasera kambes ana telgibel magis. And I think this last week, I got no mess up as madre. And this tial blalo penablu adam labro se de lo udigel mele loraele. And dirigal require gid dirigal morab tokolo mrael. I think this Monday kadangal tangaten tokas kogin merablur bela. Koradi akti share. Tira odumra UNS cap. Well, first kadumra meeting ra Hawaii. Emne se del mutel May. Todo mora meeting na UN, el mutelme, todo mora meeting na India, ma PNG, ma Mrigel, el mutelme, todo mora Korea. Ti share tera u opposite le ngariar serigel u present regel baby ablura Pacific. Sera al todo ai prom together al yakra. Ablula da achi il morme antil hagi bombre kara Korea tiram army. Le ngari egel, you know, kadangal tangat level wada. Ab to kaskogil me se oi se brim se del mu etobon. Marta ngaltagat tem lomre galwi galeng adra koream ne sendras kogin bel tagarigin kada mle tigi bloring la tor adra korea leng nari atigin mergi dra last year was seguimos start charter flight mera blur bela gadolngi tertilo ase sum mostarte malungil last august temle promise momre august de galmei en mo December de galmei magi wase mundegi me Korea unless en arias kogil me so sel blo se del this tag dem experiment ri amla sel jeju abo se wabel first flight ri mera blur bela gora wala meser tial route I guess I'm not jump into the Korean summit and the sel blo si lo ai seguidra before adora la se mostatra July sel wal first flight next month August December more hopefully next year January tira more regular flights that's their goal I'll get into I get the silu I get al ngalsakased and the sel cloud to trela tel summit tra India ma summit tra Korea I get engagement tra egal blue lo banget tirgang of course naum sisi agezar til blue I think that's the most important. Nam tolara bladel ngaramu etcetera sete el blue malangeso. Ditira la mosil el misisi el blue tu corto dangeso. Mesas el drulil rabluladel wase ngire del oro miguel el blue rataye yo le ida kera imol bluladel los pertel imol dab los pertel imol yol tridos peni miguel gaingese kasaba kratora egal those other what to climate change maigal baby rat ko both India ma I think Korea osisia message it marchum umbral mongila abluri ndire galire long se orgi ndire umbral mongila msisi ablwa ma of course ablura India amilsa da igelu tora wa hel del sori long se orgi dringileng ma tora wa cyber security ma tora IT le special tirtir. Direct silong na a school, sending people there to Elmora school. Ese October Korea, direct focus tira direct climate change. Magara ono se orgidel, magara da kainga seu, direct tell our biggest البنغلاد. إذا direct المدينة se tira direct البيد الموهوس ترى World Expo 2030. Ukle shore selo ase gimamruni ra blura Busan, matingni gamra Busan mamesra Busan. Orisa igel planet tire uko tiro ase melal bolong at mokring how do they integrate the Pacific ma igel priorities irgida adra a Pacific el mortial tokoy. Mangada gadamreng asulir sigid el teal el mlom gada mesang. But at the same time, to bring all the Pacific leaders, el motmage, msada igel issue gida el bangan. Gira del gainga seurngil es Pacific countries. Sel tara most important الأولى كذا من السؤال المواسم كوريا مقرأ موسير قام يجوا تقرأ جيزارة بلومام and that started with Tel Tokor Airline. That's why كمال قلنا سمريان مسافر مسي كذا مو جدام دنيل واسه سيرا غرامون Korean Airlines سمله فلان ميربلا بدري قلنا ده سيرا غرامون Asiana Airlines samle plan berbela. Korean Airlines adim lot pull out, Asiana sera bol gobi then pull out. Asiana mla basically bankrupt agirel merge ramagela Korean Airlines. So there's a company called SK. SK Group tiga ngara telecom, ngara petroleum, ngara IT. Ngel chairman SK adire chairman tel Busan Expo. So tiga upnes sendra ngel vice chairman emre belara last year I think it's around August when she chive. Seralme one of the things el ukl blel gilingel momruria momrura gora study rablur bela. So they had a company called the Boston Consulting Group. Tiga consultants. So when mnaya se atela del moragorea mnaya atela del meet they gave us the presentation and I studied literally. Tiga mne sendra other bela they were here for a couple of weeks. Studied all sectors. Nino ngaregel gora al silubel el legal asya del magaloro lo mgela koreal gira. So of course tourism is number one. So Thomas say well ngaregel gora vision ra bela. So first the satra egana merigit. So say egana kami mal ge kare. Mal dependent ra angesor outside Gira del Manglori to a point that was saying you can raise enough local revenue, take care of yourself. So first of all, a population of Maligare. That's why Mari said to us in Yedrom of Toxia best and help Regan. There was actually an optimal population of Blue to be a kind of a sustainable nation to take care of itself. It's like 60,000. We give them 20,000. Dito to spare sel ora extrapolate to say mung tela edisir tourist tel dos per tira ablur bela and their goals are say really target Belau should be 150,000 tourists by 2025 and by 2027 you should try to get to 300,000 tourists. But how do you get there? You're going to need people, you're going to need investment. What are the things that can stimulate them? So let's look at the problems. For example, Korean adakachal muteflal merbela. So to the example Hana Tour, let me other Hana Tour. To say Hana Tour amlar belal 15 years, they never made money. Ndekale samagi trebela opportunity rablur bela. The regal dire say most expensive airport tergamim. Was the challenges tergamim. Emroga limited igel sil activity doru rablur bela. Mal the limit ukti snorkeling, diving. If you have families, what are the attractions? So the say you need to think about the spend. Gel average tourist sila kor belang di moitra $1,300 and most places and $2,000 sila korabalo. Magra increase say. So tamsada say you need to develop more activities rabulum. Everything from shoppings to handicrafts to art festivals to hotel omal dirigo dururi conventions. Again, to say the help diversify the tourism industry. Help increase the spend and then an interesting thing I say, I make sure as more reasonable. Nengwase al cuma ada mal oitiak lo ludo dratiget mo te kaudu de long oitring rablu sel ngarablu like Jeju a reasonable airline sel tueng ada sen nga whole family ni me bilir belau because nga for the bora tiga paisori mo taudo dra hotel room activities and ka mo airfare. So just I mean it's a different way of thinking how to solve the problem. The point that say they want to come do a presentation. We need to be honest about the challenges that you have. Solve if so that help really stronger and more diversified and vibrant tourism economy. The fintech industry and how to develop banking. But consultant say one of the areas that you need to develop malungil tial digital residency kami. Di maldi gamla ragi slice sell opportunity ngari. And of course sell madala Estonia. Say Estonia register a corporations and so that's where you need to move to. Kami adin kam 1 million, Estonia 80 million. That's the revenue that we model that we need to follow. Direkal tukora malgorida se ngari opportunities ra crypto banking. Look at the system ra Bahamas, ngari failure, but that's the model that you need to follow. And there's a certain amount of time egel opportunities tamo dibus. So start developing and Korea is also big into crypto. You know, the idea was how to develop those things. What was interesting at renewable energy. So tara hotel el gira del maruri change reduce the dependency on oil. And then at the low ice gira was I give la subi ablur belau. Highest per capita consumer fossil fuels rablulat ani per capita. So gida amra el mlok rablulat el ngora se reduce emission gida Mr. Klein gida worst. So that's why at least the tial more at 20% helps us move in the right direction. It's because of our size, because tial dengi burgida de ospea de izering. That's why we're the highest per capita. So, of course, again, Osig said synergy was a rather reduce the dependency on fossil fuel, but at the same time, reduce the cost and more consumer. And I think I said, Southern Korea, come on, Madrid, partner, I give you a battery, a solar panel, and we can partner with you in Murula. So, I think there's a lot of opportunities. As last Minister Jenkins said, and we should look at educational opportunities related to tourism. Kasi kama marangal ka makoto soril musuba American English. Alin dekal British or Australian English or so American English. Agim desi kami amlo American English. We have to have like summer programs sarang lam eko ngam suba English tourist, or we have schools Koreans eko ngare school, or you know these are other opportunities and then partner with your local university like PCC develop a program or online programs with them. I mean sel a lot of times so why not come to Palau? So kadoy gamal betokol idea tourism makwadi miskar rogu ito kasi dire kalung ila mo advertise ra Blue Mom kasi I mean them advertise ra Blue Mom. Wow, maybe so sa promotion or gidra Korea mo mo increase our promotion or gidra Korea, but they need to bring the flights. I got what chicken and egg kasi mo drok la. I think at the end of the day gida el color gida sa egal partnerships that we have lo miguel egal baby rablo tolmol mon milisi eleng triga help build theirself niya okay Israel niya hopefully provide egal opportunity mo rang lagi na masomreal kirabalo if our vision is a sustainable economy take 60,000 ya trigal ngalget ngram brigel me algum temsukra ngi ludo dulguma house amre del pasa minimum wage lo bal team lo ngai sisi adam magra Mr. Gosole trigal ngalget as il mutel merme di I think that's where we need to be working toward the de qablu kul lambe trigal tourist yida di dong mule everything needs to rise together mela it's about building the building blocks kada agam pakta sedra se kada ukuramla kadamla stabilize ri kada ukla take care ri now we need the rest of the building blocks and CC again to really plan for the future mang actually say kita may say FY24 budget amral may so internally ok process ri the executive branch agim la askara bekel adel submit agel budget request tertir ok internally ok executive branch our ministries ro prepare a budget tertir kama ok tingam ngarea our own internal hearings el prepare kama ligira olbil hopefully tamo conduct mal extensive hearings and kama umra rasen gira del transparent and more adrablo giril momdayin rase aigal udo del dolab el mail matmo class school hospital el gimol git ngara proposal gira ngara proposal ngara basis aigal dolingit malagal kama umra rase transparent aigal hearing amal important part of the process so Dorita Adorbil rase please golara tigal ministry legong ulbora hearing they should be able to tell the story and more adablu ase agida planner gida agida bodoru will improve a service and more adablu dirigal so otherwise ase still well otherwise to congratulate a Peoria ma a track and field association Rablur Belau ma PVA really tiram not mage ngutial omal marathon and merablur Belau umral wase tilir sira tiale closing or dineram tira ada taiwan wase ngoram na malem lewila huri elitakla lewila ulewila huri malmle atela aigal hurar bekla dimla kar mal menges mal ngoram lewila otori meselo selo auto you know amne require tial arangalel trigal bekla man degal dil adar al sela blur belaw micrel belaw kadam lot mag gut makli man iga marali misal potogol gagro sel adam ne part tial blurior man sogal ma tial msa Peoria malbail bol one by one el gorak mu omreng al saul ergid el mortriga del partners en help para a PNC ma track and field ma PBL kut makliti alurio sulage Peoria
president posugas na tagi bloga me etele jai sikinalo kitaya ang magimalle diderut ma they after ginama at kumam sartete al presidente kumam maluindes na ada check and field man ko tagare al tokora di tokora sa blue belaw tel belaw oman marathon ul successful Malia belaw da check and field itself so narda kaya distra tegen for tol agency silulugar lulungela check and field tigo tulule diswa kalula sulela presidente idila committee Bisa April 7 ng design ni nila kami la tabelan mo rol mo katabi ngaya listra tawal karon sa agency makibo ko through egan telngar mo da of course egan nga song sa egan nga mama mandi nga song sa apramele la rol ni da makibo through the list so egi maloro sila adala patrul Ministry la MHRCTV, Ministry la Minister of Bidang, tiga man clone mga takram ten dual. Of course, ang area for state government, finally, tiga tilo the governor's team, or chairs, maradi adra blue, step up the organization. At sila Ministry la of Bidang, akpal mga place na effort adra arf. Tiga sila nung selular gila la lighting la sel ke bishel mbai ni sel do se to ra tengilu rogi tira ulu la bungele ge ku pagaro sel agency make sure our lights are available ma la sen ma lo ku be tulu la bungele cross ma to la garo sel ma PUC making the chief medium they say and they are deal one time so the dry run they ramble like the me et comment ma pour la personne et chez lui il y a pas une bonne leçon il me give they are the almost every night and make sure it's getting a seats race et they are la din me so mal so at the same time day of the race I don't know alam lo din el game din alutal na de mata mangelo lo se elam de illegal kali but they never left the spot say it's fine by the attention ta other people mo wala nga kita la ka move and then finish the race so our Bureau of Public and Safety, Astonishance Forum, Public Forum, Public Forum, of course, the state Orior, Civic Action Team, then alam nila government Orior, Governor, Tiga Director Sirin, Tiga Tilul mo part of traffic and safety, make sure hindi nakakora kanyang dugo. Dito ministry da MHHS, tigel ul adari mo kilo do panor tigel adada national economy, tigel din tigel lagi din all tigel again spots tigel ngayang medical team, and then with it. Dito ma close group for other matlagi make sure adada mid taman ang ngayang assistance ka medical program. Ministry of Education. Dr. Jenkins, tira last minute at transportation and more assist transport kinected event. MPII at airport, Palau Chamber of Commerce, Post Office, Red Cross Society, PNCC. PNCC dapat tulungan lagi start global trade kaya lagi dito pa ang 100 airtime. Tilun ownership mobile service only la KB mura I believe and donation so the room lo cost din that's it so PNCC will step up and skida airtime support traffic and safety material volunteers and hindi mo lose per airtime events so they donated 100 to airtime $5 the processing the service and they were there the whole time in case yung Lanyado, but they were there to support the event as well. PLOC, of course, Chakentida under PLOC, gave all assistance and given literature, they always there to support. PUC, lighting, with aspect light again, from 10K to K, Visual and the Mirror, like a street light, take to the one event. Egal betul kalau sector operation, jadi dengan masuk anting tadi lagi tadi direktur ada program, kira kamar ada nabi dengan main, kira di direktur tolu dari demo albang yang staff from PBA awal belum participate secretariat committee dengan admin and make sure ada aktor ma, oh egal mana semanting mamel ada tagian mulai egal so, jadi amal lagi tengok orang sudah direktur ma. PBA mawa chichi tel adra PBA malum salra adishe apolkuli mawa norma koman musal adra PBA kabar adra tra shino betul ke pesit sa PBA na senatang for sa mga panagtian media TMC ngartian if technical for research wise ang mga kasi ngartian go for an second review. Other than set up we are raised we got talk successfully because I support the development of the population. This is a command solar of the island I know. The tool so I'll add the minister, Ambassador Lee, she ran the house. and then selfish madulang ng so meaning masih we did a good job. It's not me. Hindi ro ko la terbela. We pulled it up so paman sila ng pinili para terbela.
Gora di sokan mutel doli lo ase se loro la waigal toy imbral require godospera ngesurar bekla mang ako tuloy ndiri ka sokal congratulate trigel betokal tilaw del mormust ladar belaw dega de ladara ngodal bulu ya dire ka lo sir time ak pangelo aseng kadam lo close ra traffic e create ra Sedro aseng gora inconvenience el morar mo de kalsi in moragel sorry resel time di akbral mena surada ablur belal el tiramral maklon dir e meda se gadol tagar tigal ok yak sangargid magadat magal kay ngase e gut maklauror mor sel regil auror el make sure ande gaad matamal e gida arule ungil urolo otti ablur belo nania تيلا كان موضوع بيبي تيال أدرا أوف أيلاند الملاي ما كنا ندور نجيل عمره راي قال ورا كورس ما نجيل ما سين أدرس Chinese Taipei إن من ورا ما سين نجيل لا تيم ما أجست كورس كمية عمر بتوقع سعر كمية أدر بلاو ما تريبل تيجي مسار مرتين سعر سو ما تريبل فلات دي tasing merang kadang-kadang kan tengah tertiam lewil weather waktu magalgol te omesa wingil west ndi andilia ase ulumum le to askoging amesen mo tausen ada taiwan alme le tia samariani ara ma ambassador turner au pola mega ra tan se atem ge dem la ada australia alme so I think tiang amle got katanya katanya del kadalila malulur hopefully tiang asel mania next year ang mut mo to ara adal bese buk tunela wagagi de ruta ade adil te level gido adar bela bese gide asero tri buk pase gida team obla gamu ma next year ga buk patel gibel el murwe ada dire mama sa orangel buigala eswatini angade alingadi 1 hour in 13 minutes in Maloda Tepra 13.2 miles. Makasi average of the Telangalada 13 miles per hour for 1 hour. You know, 1 hour 11 run kada kasi say what ya do reng ma black reng ma sige the spirit sige the liga agad robal motivate ran alge adera diltir ma Hindi ka lungi na to rahel mga ngamal din Rochelle 5K emna otti ke tiam me dana ngamal gari mane sire gira pasera gira mora half marathon ada otti di help pergi to kora motivate gira ma minister Victor amro half marathon makmana mo tiam me dana ri mal klo mal mula galo ri makase I need to try better mo se galcho na yan di I think that's what we need to be able to do is motivate ourselves to do better and challenge ourselves. Mung help pergi dara tokora help na tokora sports. And mutia se mo mesit se di win-win. Dire ka tokora tourism. Pata after apel recommend ringe teoria se eda kadumla tel blo da dekat salpla. Maybe next year se a challenge marathon. 1 week later. Kadurula tel marathon a challenge marathon 1 week later tel otumuli Australia. Ngun mura blido crown da blido ora ngara hunting it's like a challenge ko ngara dosi murte entonces tinga participate tra marathon I would stay longer and they get to participate in 2 events man so something to think about and I think ora open se uno sola se piano ora sports tourism ngara opportunities and needs and multi increase ngara me se ngara sunada tema de dinda da rotta it me another team ra yakyum na tournament na team ra volleyball play marada tennis and I think this is really our opportunity to continue improve our skills seguide queda dirige del capítulo otro den mring sel pone outside by help mo apart team ram bod mala soccer mang setting la deputy minister tien we are stronger together mga mali mga sa sila back la other belaw ran mo magi the volunteers mga sponsors mga other blue belaw ro and I think our goal teoria se tia de dile la li mol we have to do everything hopefully I get the super tiel event and next year it's going to be fine. So again, of course, the prepare the Pacific Games in the micro games in the year every tell years in the tell marathon turn we have to increase the number of anyway, I'm excited and I'm bring up again. This week, the signer said proclamation number 23-349. Say proclamation of World Oceans Day, World Oceans Month. I say I got the bed. I got the Mario. I got to make sure that I'm mol and wula ka again mergi. Maria leather Eli Mitra Governor sign a proclamation. Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Environment, and also it's because I said we go $1,000 and more each state. And go on activity here, la also work la ma tagani legal the bed. So whether go me activity help rangalir ma other problem understand that why it's important to protect and the bed. We are ula kagir mergi. Mula galet, mula agaragel mergi. Ini kalau ula turis kamera nur bela. Mumrak to tutela pagoni on na pagoni. Maybe last labis ni lado de paskate ali. Sem lugar share side la tourism na se maragel letera visitors ne angara ko. Alcuma ya stat seblam.
Sudah te ale presidente era fokusadi lak mal brena sulira ada blu sen mar no mo segi damral one bela one team nari gel ora makasal ora ge ada blu di umdas la committee agree segi gidan nge amo help program improve next whether it's traffic or route again opportunities pwede mla kadwes direct marathon dia mal instead get starts from China Airlines dimle sera May 27 and dimle full of flight and more said June 6 ya teoria matinge terlagi mamamlak Taiwan sera May 24 for 3 baby na other will mo e dire mo sa amen meet to the CTRM tige gim dila ka mersado first flight and be marande full dimla sa amin chance hacking alam that's how full it is after June 7 dire man full am nga 159 passengers amni so that's already full capacity of China Airlines dire longi lang mo the lomes sindi ka dibel at Taiwan nga get slow lepto ka adra mo blumi elam lang mo ka marathon ya tobes ra to ra tourism and the full of flight and mo end up June even a month of July, didn't be full of flight for China Airlines. Not necessarily maling at Taiwan, 20% teriya domestic. Hindi ka lang at Taiwan. Alam berigen, Shaban, even if the club Rasina. Di nga, paral Carson Tourism side, si tigit el Palau Amal Marathon, ang otra signature event. Obviously, kita PBA, amo lakan mo lawler, mangila Palau Track and Field Association. Talagat partners, embrewing it every year. Elekan na namin something wilti al etya tulsad rin 2019 president moritial pandemic and I think al year tya ko ran de boost a little bit of economy mirabur pero ang gigit the director general Sunny General CTRIA sige to susa bol mere race ya mamadim larsen mo ngara 12 ram ututa eng mal ulak et mula se For first time Palau amrut ya mag PTFA, I give you 85%. To me, that's the best. And the first time I give the 85%. Hindi rin kalmal dito siya yung tabong yung niya ako na di summary report and kung send rin mera PBA mag PTFA makamiti. Again ko na areas and say that improve. Yung again man work. Hindi maral dito siya round at telegiban baling. Kadal amo mes rin rin. Yung ngitial route tergida pure matinga 2019 and blinkel other aims in certifying. So I think a starting point tas then move it around. Eko compensate again hills ra baba telegram balik mungin mo flat. Ding maral sige dat kallo ren ra other blue maral gila da login gila no successful tip.
Mana mo kamangan mo doon, bay doon nga. Kaya alam miskule, Mr. Sola ba? Ito yung mga Mr. Sola, blogera. Magsulang basta William.
Multo tayo, Mr. President, Vice President, mga Arbeklap. Since nga ang atyal marathon, halima ko gara-igal. Sa eman daw aso, sa malday tayo, temnetelar participants, all together, and it's of the category. Ala ka malaman sa MD mo siya raw riula.
Sel total account dulpa before the start of race am 520. E ora sel pembra ka Friday Saturday trigel me pick up a package ma trigel me sign up mo. Dimle 7 na madel dimle locals el package.
Bulo sa 514 ang normal.
And the trigel out of the 7 at 3 I give them replace. So like ngaya governor order well which is then no switch it tell ngal other negin mo sa tungang tel. So din set mal total na madam.
Okay. Hindi ka sulang.
Maybe gaala ko dumi ada CPR it's in my.
I see.
Maybe ganun.
Okay.
Maria other the solid participate in mutira na. Ding no de accept na ko siya.
I say.
Le one you don't understand you number yips ayara chips
Yeah.
and keep track of chemira some things we need to educate our other better was it register early.
I see.
Na kumungin mo last minute.
I see. So igay chips Sa malungin at yang adi live ay kal as soon as you finish yung sois break and then ngani ako ra eventually ako ra mo publish ra full list lang ay kasi nga rur tete meng sa dalo mes rang claim ma time ngani as el motor say gid mas el mes ra say arangal karbela ung mando nga temir ma ikang el
We're working on the results that share more public, but there's a link. I think ang wakas ito may naglalig autism title armory crisel to sa atin to the center.
I see. Active asen ko ka full list mo kadi skim through it di mare okay. Di kay kita ikara marathon ngale baby lagi di hale bol magtira baby.
Sabe kanya site airport o publishing timing that lohasnet.tw/instant/mo14 siya aborngi hindi kayo alam mo sa lima isa siya aborngi hindi lang kasi aborngi siya waste number out Mr. President ang siya mag-print a certificate now within time.
Okay.
It's a tulungan ala dyan with number certificate ng murto kung may waste number of milk kumutungi sige site it's a print a certificate ng halong get TML. Pero mama among mo ito na yung kung sa kasi ng mga numbers.
I'm sure on the printing media tigal gagro research tigal araros of course in game wina abra Finland Maise ma retira Korea. Yeah, so we really was an international race. Ada Paraguay, ma Eswatini, ma Tuvalu, ma Nauru, kada kemudian encourage agar kalau really an opportunity to share kumagal sa kanaman. Ngadi wala Olympics sa area. Sila kakausap na.
Ngayon niya. Race? Oh, okay. Hindi ako mukhang sulang President priorital ay information nga kadiri Marcel for the duration makdiri lang yung information nga may mukuha masaul. President ang umusawra igel brief ragal gira la triple mora Korea. So mal important tayo ay presentation may gel cell research through nga SK group. Three actually tam nervela tidira kalmem I also we met. Hindi amran maklaw to train information manggora makatkakat sel blam kat makli Palau development plan. Okay. May langang ilan dakal so ilaw ngil research ngil information magdam garais edang malme atap ta baby malu dos pel ko ramo ko pa ra urere ra blur belaw. Ngari ako ra udasul kira laige alum information le ko ra president ra blur belaw.
Umra seiga ngil information हमने आइडिया से ये तो फिर हम ट्राई करो दी इधर हमारे पर ये तेल Palau plan dormuri lang mungilang outside group madi self perspective kire dan outsider lo mesra ablu bela lo mesa weaknesses ergide bebra time and der soda admit tayelo kunsa se ndi mungil se look somebody from outside la se kita this is the reality these are things that you can do to help yourself. Regarding the brief representation, but se vuole tirare un mervela del presidente to us. SK Group basically they pay Boston Consulting as just to volunteer to do it for us.
I see.
So Boston Consulting is a separate. They're part of SK. It's a world wide consulting group.
I see.
So
So, tal question nga presidenta tiang tial solar project lang ara tama din area ese Google alert tamne sendra information mera email na makngilu and apparently tiam lang niya ribbon cutting ngi yak para president Facebook page ngania ribbon cutting masyasi ngi masih ngora ko project te ngora mal ngora ke isel tial ngora bomli ko ruibo ngi makora wandel wasi ngaram dim na ngora mal clo fan fair gire le tianga a supply 20% tra renewable mera ablur belaw. That's one. And number two mangkal siya say agriculture se mal clo issue ngi ra olbi ra kulo sele general service agreement adim nakal olbi kulo dim nakal endorse say specifically sel sovereign guarantee. Hindi mlamo ringi tegit makora wander wasi siyang mlam sa Auckland diak. Okay, sulang.
So of course the project of PPUC will be PPUC will tell the invitation. But you bring up a good point to us. Project tablo gara ada kagir di PPUC will tell the invitation ayer makarogon mo nga. Open trail o yang atira uri. So I think that's I apologize at some team lakan invite la media that's definitely hindi ka kaya mga Google alert hindi gini ko lor ka se mo kaya paglo invite ra ali nga sila krang filter this afternoon kumbangil gire la tambe
No.
di nari ground breaking ra track and field afternoon na 2 o'clock halak kartak invite kami Huh? Okay, so we need to do I think we need to improve on our communication and marketing activity gira and make sure from informed. Yeah. Sel grim gira la sovereign guarantee and when I was at opening na statement na nga sular adra Senate na se Senator Vice President Karay Mariur kasi gida adra bela maldi mo mokte karigid whether we're in leadership mokte karigid kasi magara provide the best service and adra blue hopefully at the lowest cost possible trial make sure and kaigel said mo on song seri mang mera sura ada senator sel uk mle the firma tial sel project adire kan require abtogol instead of saying compromise compromise ra uk trigel adra bangal mle require kaigel sovereign guarantee ma arogoi so Cell financing group, which is the government of Australia. I'm not seeing what the requirement. Maulung andim le move forward. Basically, I'm thinking that more other Australia say. Kima taki mo igar restra blue la. Sergim da segim la alu share. Why say? Gim mo mal sergam. We're gonna pay. Malakam mo ba PUC has been paying and hasn't failed to pay regular obligation or tier. So lakam mo ba tilal uk mobile mora let's say mal third world ikare blue Africa me takot kira sa singaral blue but anyway and me apply mer kamam I say and I think at the end of the day that's what the Australian government agreed to and edi kami nga sulit other people say every time we have to stand up for what we believe we cannot solve all the problems, but sometimes. So I think in the end, the kadong project, namit tayo uk na concerns are other would be na dim nakada, and we move forward.
So President, very quickly, just to confirm, may lang naman mo spare sale 20%, talo bang dir nga niya ako na transition period?
Hindi, my understanding, nga niya transformer till na arrive, hindi nga niya issuing. There was a problem with the shipment. Mandiri kalsil turn it on. One blow on brandi melasel equipment either to trial repairing or about other outside and may repairing. So they kalsil connecting mo grid unless they have say the clalwell ultra connection. So it was supposed to be sera June 2nd am lagi el matut but so hopefully sin brother resolver say Desir kung bali ang namsol generator revenue dahil generator revenue al connect mang detail field mga na ready. Yeah. Sure.
Okay. Malungil tutaw presidente ako to question na di tinutol very first was at Chechu airline mo fly ra July.
Nga
so sengwadir ngari ni pending discussion at airport or no moment.
No more. They're going to do one. They're going to do one flight a month. Sel doesn't one flight and one al me ortak. So they're going to do that in sel idea July, August, September mo endra year. While testing emro January tiram na etc. marketing plan emro launching. The Tige sel sata July tina namo giril start advertising gira next year January. That's the tige idea it takes 6 months to sell. The first flight adi otiro se tel service am namo. So that's segura concept tire. Makes sense. Yeah.
Mr. President, the kuktita question ne Kamla mention na sila alta mga ringi sila ongoing budget deliberation ra sila executive branch koramil sang sa singa tigal ada budget la ko mo dadura ka karusan departments usually selbon mera kay gagi del budget submit ta budget mo all bilem ngaringi egel all babiling el egel department malubing ministry sel kukti director mo all bilen mo lingit tangi so ang aigen is that the normal procedure alube tel address ara kul needs ra within tel budget ra mawera el borol bi ngara ko ra address se
Yeah, sea mal mokte se ngara da address again needs misel submit el budget el me so se gora wal internal gadome seringi emro determine se is priority se ti daududet ngaria ngatsang set so kame de Kadana mesa needs are backlat internally gida yedruk adjust el meter cell requirement gida amdanya se tian nombre garra gida amna 10% cut mring rarat so that's why tial ministry sa dire kalmong el mutel lol dar sa request 13 mo lo se we need help at sum sabele nutel mas kama mandi course agol gida make sure se Ayan, selon titel dul der sil mo nga adel ngari extra babel mutelo i ulel mo. So, kaya sir si.
Okay.
Siguro.
Adi, one question President, regards jel toera, I guess I'm asking the Vice President, jel toera K9 program. First of all, faller under PPS, faller under National Security Coordinator, exactly faller under ang aluang marami under Ministry of Justice. Who's actually the person in charge?
Tiya program na BPS. NSC adimlo involved like kadamlo help. Hindi ka program ra NSC. NSC involved lang le grant travel ram regel le help regel malitial el program.
Aquí donde se el previous el dado sel marclo el moktegaringia ol ngaseol el donde emertigal la baikal makital ka kam le mention si kita tara ko to el problem the face may kamal mo sugi dra chlorni hindi ngarinya katedira kan betingala se the program has been challenged since it started mang ngara ko ra recently kada they receive although that Taiwan mo help push the program ay ngal sa sen ngaringi ako ra issues al time ngara ko ra o singe melkidel se magarato make sure lo say di ka luton mo problem mar adam Miguel bel luton legal bilis mal ubel mother under our watch ngara ko ra.
So I think sel gotel tangal tari ngal be sel director yi nga ngora la K9. So understand their sel importance tel unit ma gira dem lisi ni sel direcal gotel uk lulu ay sinimer gamame vice president mergi de vice presidenta sel wase gira de los cigar officers el mo pair de lo miguel ayal bilis el tir amral betiga ni gal arme treat them as fellow officers. I say mang seguir el process a lo rurir la director lo seguir el right el bulis mo parte del program. Magumra lo sing amna moterong al select tire continue elen aiga el altam tela dolab el bilis 7 el bilis a dolab el lang sel suad el momrunir tel unit tagir el 7 el bilis من 7 officers agila mingila el 7 el bilis mang ngira del mo help ra other all building understand o sea sel budget ra Ministry of Justice ospe amor togol adalo urehor partria ulen miltama la urera son sarado urera mang egal bilis am oit mendingara abril dingil ta da so seguida gira del milisi eri adala san del moni algun momrura vibrore na oititi alurera nia diregal koto cloud to telelemo those are things el gida malasam el change prioritize this el most important sigue o sigue el officers el samariar regal arm samarial nese tiga fellow officers agit makalura mo telura.
If I may add, dire ko nga plan al mo create hukmal di unit K9. Mansabel kukiliak al unit PPS el guktioryor el girela training ma el girir tiragi el K9 officers ma trigger partners tir el giril blot makaloryor. Dire kal mo tongoy titril di mora imol unit mandia kalangan nga ngara custom makuk ngara abla bolism tadi motmak tirkal rokoy el K9 officers mga sisyo at training el morti o sisyo ay gagi dali program el ngara al sel most important say the training ra only loban tirkal handlers at tir maldiway ke lolo president ang kalbes el direktora usigar mo ongil el handlers le it's a life I mean tung lifelong ding giril takong giril ditmak tirga giril ditmak aloryo rabe kal time matosigar tirga del mo ongil el officers el police officers el mo subir el mo team up the reason why mo ngara ilakal unit mangsi elangi dil adal alangara airport ngara custom sila uspe etokol in. Uspe at kuspe era K9 team ngara gera telaklog yung kaskalang. Mungmos bi ilungil coordinate gelurior ay gagidal to kara interdiction drugs.
So, semula separate unit yung bureau or within unit within the bureau?
Ang right now mlara Division of Transnational Crime ding dimlakal separate unit right now if you may kumlam dingin was this anti-human trafficking unit ay liakal unit ungila Division of Transnational Crime mong way segi din mo wal separate unit nga ungila segi din Division of Transnational Crime.
So, Vice President di kiri ko. So, mla mo aware wasi yakabelment mla serel ra case lo banggela atrabli la ataki sanggel buigel mitmal ra blakal bus mang el akadam tangel wasi serel ngani oversight hearing en ngogi usel oversight hearing amlo tirob dari report tabla pulis kami lulu aisra ara kire la abasyom la mom segata mang laringi tamle address ngi lo ba supplemental budget tul si sa budget mo manglo aigel basyo ramal kayo ko malangart mau ndi elang tilob sa igi del budget tra supplemental ti igi del klungel tial awarda ekora di mente ko la sem elang ngani aurior manglo igi del basyo ling al sumandia ke gale lutul mola republic ang sebad di el bangaran mutil imo ling basyo adi ko si syok klungel sa isra basyo.
Kamal masale Mr. Casoler atil al question maral tokoy after the oversight ting sili sa bawdo dal mlagire el mora supplemental budget al mo manglo ay get facilities el substations el ngarang art mau mamalgayo man sabi del reduce cell number ra tial population el ngara kororche ra tial orior ending milongo bata mang ngara starus ko mang waisay hindi ka sabi el matamal atara ay kitale prisoner may yukuk mo kadong almong mang sel giredal mo realize rin kung das yung amil doon nga sila nga ni oversight nga tiyangar alirarbek la adoro koy hindi ka din nga tirgal buli sel nga sel laurior el mangkar tirgal kalabus mang direkal mal giredal lolngitra olbira kalulaw lengar aleda rokoy albangalet tirkang alegeth lengar alsa kalbus almo kut makali saygi diel albla kalbus mang morio aklungelar atang alsel matiagi da kora plano lo bengel kalbe es el director asay ngaratale tiles e de los peringi almo reduce ra number atang ngar alsela tial korojel Selo ay singir dro mesa ay el kora community work project del kuk sab irar bebira ar kalbus el tira kora mla kora ngil isir they've been behaving well matamo kora trustees tarus emusi ilto di kam tingay wasi alla ra trafficking malbato ngara alsela kalbus rigi dali ngungil aurior matopte matirigel nga ra trafficking ra crystal methamphetamine tirigel ol try kagida lo makadong mong ayos tirigel dal si nga ra work release mang gira dalo siglo si nga ra kukpebira type of release la sabi edal look into so ang kagida director dirigalo o kura explore away gayki di el kukpebira kura rehabilitation type of release direkal kora humanitarian type of release. For example, at least 2 or 3 inmates almlame babierar adrablirir. They have elderly parents who either have stroke, mata bedridden, or ang diakal sabi take care tir. Matam la malus el meloling italwase pol sabi el release that tirkay kitiel el ngarakalbus el kuktio Mr. Tir during the day korawal pedal wal 626 mayagi dagel bebira akora lo mes ang kal director gagi di amal morweb tra karen sila rela director mo review ay gagi del request that come in digam sulat til alien mang doyakting Mr. Presidente Maldolita other olbil supported tiral mora aurior Blila Police Bureau of Public Safety, specifically sa the Division of Corrections, umbol sa beed mo prevent taway kay gidil ngia akunda siyang lob lagatak resete mela hearing malmsaw la Senator Isal, may his soul rest in peace. Sa lurel mo otil was si overcrowding ra facility gid sa gid yawa leader mo ray kay gidil dangers or some tragedy that happens in Ablagalbus.
Mr. Jenkins, that's approaching the end of the first year of schooling. So I'm wondering what schedules of the graduations and the promotions are coming up, and what for the summer internship program or the shorter internship program, are you going to be having some programs during that in a session?
Right. Okay. Well, first, thank you for the question. As far as the promotions coming up, the end of the current school year, classes will end. Oops, I lost my page here. On June 16th. It's a Friday. The following week, Monday, will be the promotion ceremonies for the elementary schools in John F. Kennedy, Palau, and Angar. On Tuesday, it will be for the Babalab elementary schools. And on Wednesday, the 21st, it will be for Karor Elementary Schools. All of those are promotion ceremonies. The 22nd is the Palau High School graduation, and that'll be at 9 o'clock and held in the National Gymnasium. As far we'll also be later this week, next week actually, we'll be opening our registration for new student enrollment as well as returning students. The one thing which we are going to be a little bit different this year is for new students who are going to be enrolling. If they are, of course, 5 years old before the end of the month, they, of course, can enter the kindergarten program. For students who are 6 years old, they will be given a placement exam to be determining whether they will go to kindergarten or to the first grade, and that'll depend basically on whether they were in a kindergarten program, which had an academic portion to it. So that's a little bit new, but that's to make sure that we're getting students placed in the proper area where they can succeed academically. Beyond that, the year-round calendar, I think, has worked much better than I ever hoped it would. Particularly, the students seem to agree to it. They like it. It makes them feel a little bit more refreshed. It also enabled us to offer programs that we never could have offered before. This year we've had everything from dive camps to musical performances to the sports programs with the sports coaches and players from Taiwan coming in to work with our young people. So I think that's been a real benefit, and that's one thing which we want to continue to expand. We are looking toward expanding it more into our Palauan studies courses so that we can begin bringing in the Rubak and Maasas to help students understand more of the cultural heritage and also as well as to take care of some of the physical sites which we have around the island that many of the students don't know anything about. So that's one major area of thrust that we're looking at improving in. The rest we're continuing to work with partners, looking at programs which we bring in, again, the dive camp for our students who are involved with the hospitality industries. We're also looking at developing more programs in the high school academies so that we can have students not only certified for driving cars, which I think would be a real advantage on the island, so they could learn how to drive properly, but also learning how to drive boats, so they can look into careers as tour operators and things along in that line. And we look to, those are things which we're going to do independently. We're going to be looking for partnerships among some of the tour groups to help us with that. It's a mutually beneficial arrangement. The other thing we're doing is we're looking at a renovation of our high school in terms of curriculum, and we'll be phasing in new courses for students as they go through, and also offering new career choices in the academies at the junior and senior level. Right now, the ones we have are fine, but we need to expand, particularly in terms of instructional technologies. We would like to have students be able to graduate from high school competent not only in just using, YouTube and those sort of things, but actually being able to work with coding and be able to leave high school with certificates that'll enable them to walk into nice, high-paying jobs and hopefully produce a new industry for Palau, which is a very clean industry in terms of networking centers now around the world, since we have such a robust fiber optic system. And speaking of the fiber optic system, that's one thing which the schools are becoming more and more dependent on in terms of instruction and in terms of record keeping. And we're very happy that the PNCC is completing, as we move into the connection of all of our schools into the fiber optic network. We've had fiber optics in the school, then they put the new fiber optic cabling in, and now they're in the process of connecting the two. Most of the schools in Bubbled Up are now completed, and we're going back and doing some fine tuning with the internal networking of our schools. And then they'll be turning and working on the Koror schools and then going to Angar and Pelelu and Kaingal, so that we won't be worried anymore about system closing because of high usage. We are also potentially going to be trying to increase our bandwidth, which is another portion of use of technology. What the technology has done is enabled our teachers to individualize instruction for students. And we've been able to institute new programs without worrying too much about additional qualifications and training on the part of the teachers, because we have implemented, oh my goodness, the number of reading program, content area programs, all of which use technology to enable teachers and students to be able to do things at their own levels where they are now, rather than giving one textbook out and everybody has to try and read the same book. I want to emphasize that the more we've studied, the more we realize we do have a crisis in the schools in terms of our students' readings. They are well below the levels we want them to be. And this year, with our new implementation, we've seen some really good initial signs of progress. We had students in Munes who, over a period of 2 months, by using both the Accelerated Reader and the Be Able program, were able to increase their rate of improvement by double what is expected. So instead of improving 1 month at a time, they were improving 2 months, which is exactly what our goals are, to bring our students up to the levels that they need to be. Okay? I know I've gone a bit more than what you asked about the end of the year, but I have to take advantage of questions when I get them. So thank you.
Mr. President, tadi tegora ka kere ka mental nga melo se lol sel wase to ngase hotel to ngase ora economy kito to ngase lol ngase raba economy kiti ko asem lambre at olbil el pasra minimum wage lambre the house el pasra minimum wage samel volungila arbekla endi adoreng sengaringi arado lo ase asuko me kota pasa minimum wage and mo affect ra tokol adangot el balu tira ora blu bela tira ngara minimum wage ongerunge en diakalkaren til was etirgel ngarba ba ututira minimum wage ang mas ututir especially el al waldir kal makita kana mimel tokol kombali adir ka recover mang to tomda sula se ada pasa minimum wage and di mut el mit utap to kol kombali ndakal ngasuira ablur bela ulingi se kita intentional was the raise a minimum chama adro ko bolungil basri mangara ko ra responder kol kile se kita ko ra ulta sul manera
til al excuse dakal to last the pasra minimum wage mungosisyo argument كذا رمضان سيرogul adal lor al sablur belaw كذا adal masab akar tira al adar ngodal blue mal adar belaw mutadio shishiu so oy mnani selul the sweater ngaramor sel first el minimum wage el wasendi apply mar adar belaw dakal apply mar adar ngodal blue dia moktegar gida should be forced. Ya adal aurora at least el earner sales earner kut mok ladrang clear. Gida amda se ara ladrang okla amla masa. Dia adal argue til altoy. Gida rogul kongi. In fact, sharing sa imra press conference sa akana skogin mo durung gida dira dois el tourist ang punang alo ase. Abela goter expensive blue ral sa tial igal blue black porngil mo dingani goter expensive blue. Goter expensive blue bring la hoterin bring la rogori dir adal oror tria bay gotem sugura gari. Why? Aya girel adal oror mangirel dio silo pantril degal girel bring la rogol togar adal yasya ududir. Al adal belam al adal odol girel dio sisio. Now kita blol suadar adara ngot blol angario di kita amdeng ase sen mudela ududel adara ngot blol mongario egun mongario tiram stira benefits tir wablirir mangara el actually sen eda pertelu dudireng bai ngarbab kita diregal kita mo understand ase sel lo ise creator amersela system ergid mangmo advantage ra bai adara ngot blol pera lesel taxen mo alsela system ergid من pera que el MSA, el pera que el HEF, el pera que el SS, el pera que el income tax. Y antes te hablas el tax reform, te hablaba del team, ahora ramo del blue, a modelo hablar a tax refund. Se di a plan more other below. So, amado din more ben clola la ringa om sang kido sparing other belar rogul el helpra te albelwa. Mang I know, baby, at time kada missing minus, and nga kabaya missing sing plus. Ang sa udira adara, ang odo blue. Ingom mga SS. Ya SS. At mading nombre kada SS el mitrom tira adara all bill iser tia. A deficit SS every year at 12 million. Why? Partly because of COVID and le reduce employment by 30%. Why say? The I got decisions el de mega. Atakal gida di omes rel alsid singa di omes long term. Gida blol sel kadamru la toga di omes rel alsid se misada. The studies have shown lo say a minimum wage increase adakal ulang mo higher unemployment and adakal ula gombalet chubure. I've shared this sel 20 ngel the winner sel 2021 Nobel laureate prize economics did a study tial togora minimum wage. Di kita certa 80 se mostra economist ang artegen mentalitil which betul adra shobal be adra blur bela ultrani luldaso luling excuse mo dekad raise minimum wage. Turun daso ase aiga selgim raising mo kasar adra uriore mo kada shobay. But that's not really true. What they found was by if anything increase tial disposable income rarat. Betul kita ada orang tu blue loader, alsa blue belau. Alboria ti blue loader ipingin temeran mo spend. Whether temora alba, temora a restaurant, temora store. So it also helps tial elal suma ada mal ngasang sa udo der what does he do? Nka dio marra mal mabras to survive. Alboria se ipingin ang todo mara restaurant, memoria activity rin. El circulator tial economy rin. Mang ngira da rolnya tera ara da rolbira se mesa arangalela atial belu ya ara da ngodol belu yes gada blol lo spera adra ngodol belu excuse dir adra bela trigente gal dir gira del lomda sorti oy maybe tam gasai this still triga adra bela and they deserve other house amna announce in which we announced before was October 1st, they got a more raise $60 government across the board per payday, which is 75 cents, which will bring it to $5 an hour. Fair al suma, a government number of $5, the private sector they're gonna $3.50. Alitia a speaker agim na lumtira bulis en announce rin mo bulis malungil. Madodokyar se the help para restaurant adal mga takarting. Anam produktive raise ada government temlabe sa Tia restaurant more singing melobangket. And then the other thing, and get them understand the I say, Kita to keep the wages low. I got a maldi song or other below. I get $300 million worth of projects that announced. I say within the next 2 years I got to start. most other order ay other ang other blue. And if the wage is low, etrigal contractor mga di perang ariol wage. So what happens to us? Katisong amro. Omraiser sel merbab. Egeru do that mur eganamir. They spend more. They contribute more to the tax base. Mang help rin other belar rogoy. Mang to me every day we wait. Eng kadulus rate al el girela gira del malit mani other bela. And you know tagi del litak la gurang seringe blolong itak ri. I hope uk mo change litak lang maral mnamo sa kanong doloreng still do sil litak ma-complain. Abang ang diwa Vice President. Mnamo da kasi dito dalwalo. Tiagit sel dulo korira na 2014 katakan tinul do melek krim. I hope para other house a mesa selo say let's look long term, let's try to work together. Do mesa drang clear. You know, there's a study just done. Great Britain. Complain other blue because since January through May of this year, arala klalo ra blue ra Great Britain am lamas 15%. Alin dim lakal PGST arala kal lang ina sa 15%. Gida, you know, we like to make excuses and blame everything, but that's the reality ra blue the kiran sin. Lamas arala drang ok. Ngar alet as leaders. El tekkere masab akra adra blue. Sel argument, the last argument ra say adong si minimum wage engel adong arba ba necessary mas aududet. Really? Going around time engel adal el musukura 350 am lame $5 engel adal musukura $5 gongel wasen di euro $5. That's not true. Kita am engel wase nge mel tigwingel ngarba bil mutun ngon morbab. Matia you know Dios isil litak namo kami ukta change ra atiale MP3 ri ru mo da litak le nam sula.
Maybe last one para comment not related to that. El agam de San declaration de gira la world oceans kita ngilusel Kuksel agreement tadi kita loba under sub agreement kada mo hostra opok oceans office of Pacific Oceans sing moringi la amos edan besala oinya.
Kami das kara minister ay taro mo sila update tigirel che.
Ya, mal masaulele mal telan palwil karib. The office of course over there was there's a sub agreement that signed agreed to it. Gel adal be the transition period from the forum secretariat. I give basically my chief of staff, my minister Victor amla others are possible sites of office, my residence in Galar, and give plan and merel el month. Then of course forum is going to transition directly to organizational and sub agreement. So he's proposing the may visit the scout, go back, a final. Basically, if he not approve the facility, ma blaya soal. Then got the soal mil momes, then there mo saudara tora budget. For the time being, a budget at the forum secretariat until we establish that OPOC. My finances are directed to that one in the Alba Forum. So kita ko update ko ma'am sulang that question.
Oh, ngamatay ka soal sa minimum wage hali diktut dulay mo. You know, magingara Korea, and I was scheduled to go to a meeting right across the street from the hotel with SK Girel Boston Consulting. Yeah, security ako mas stop. That's it. Then more lang ngarangani. Ako mas tiaryo. And protest. But anyway, sometimes we need to protest. Protest other labor, other protest rights violate. Maybe sometimes other bela other the protest other but anyway, and that's what democracy is all about. healthy debate helps good decisions. Kada mereka sudah ada Senate finally na mereka debate tertira ang ukara house. Hindi nga kamal di ready sana kambes any day. Oh, mereka saul. Oh, kalap sa telala. Akadoy maldil. Oh, gira tiga ko kami sponsors mo. Okay, ra omal.
Little bit announce here, person na nitrigel. Kakaroon sa grupo ng willing men na ikal di water stations. So I work na sa Blue Bay. Tigil ba din na tira, stick 30.30 and let's supply again ma sports drinks, ma fruits, din na tira. So there was 15 of them. Plus na 80 form ta din naman din na tira mo. Silva na water station ng dala to will pang-buwa mga tiyan ng PCC manager Brandon Cruz Maravan under chiefs ang Kinoski former governor ang Harvard tigil watching the first yamang tigil members under chiefs plus na decree of course ito wa director gagawin marwa nabe amam marwa koy panoy tigil mansal Silva Namdala PBA, several water station combined. Water station is nala 10K, 15K mark. What the black terror of the Lali, but he do that and more of PBA. Did do same say one of the station. Australian Embassy President Trigemal Musau Trige, Silvana, Hotel Maringan, areas in Navitara, Rose Garden. He Madulu I said testing in Marang and they went all out. They said Tawula, Tir Marang. In our state and oil runners, and they already shared a video. Or the runners book no shade. Abel Pak, Kale, Ababalin Singer, or Adala, Hilusel water stop, water station in Namdala, Vicente, Jim, Ilocanos Association, Taru Prada Holy Pig, they are Martin come up with all the resources in the required in Maramdala isang cup. Our state government upilu one water station tagid and very large Talungab Media Madira Kaltrigel STA Men's Ministry Triwa Cleansea the Zion Bound STA Zion Bound the Trigu said water station in Maramdala Quarry Mason's Quarry. Aside the water station set before the race, by 3 p.m. tigidin saying the race start at 4. So tirangam larsela said latest than 3 and all the way mga 6, 7 p.m. So hindi kalbiot tuludur ay galulur tirang di akmal di o yakteng orang asulir tigidin rogula.
Ere sa nga kung makalam liyok karangara one dori. Kung makalam liyok rawan dori most target station already nga niara. So kadamaran mereka sulir sel, kadamaran mereka kamirat.
Yeah, so kadamaran orang asulir tirigay. Dire kan ngayon tirigay kiatim tilo datul tora kiatim. El momentary tul di imlay. El support tirigay del marathon runner sa between the KB Moray Maligo. So tirigay giblem askartir rotate every 2.5. Ito ang RC set temigitical runners at passertir etina mobile morawa next water station ding maring la ta set tigang on spot tigang maloprid tigang runners sa maloprid terrale of course el route tra Kevin Mora ay milig seble closer totally traffic ablel divert lotura Coxal Budula Daspadal so dimla ka ngot line RC except the tigang runners Michael moving water station. Dul banggal medical team tigil na dashing koma hospital kilt makliya mobile direcal assistant tigil runners are shaking. Haring ingel deputy minister mayor ra ada Taiwan ultra full. Inge around 7 o'clock ang ngolar adal magitilaw dal motchegar ngin ngolito asem another hour tal course tiya mal maringa kama mafinish ni. So, our other city are egin ngay. As long as the pass at turning point, this egin nga rin 6 hours at time limited tal route. Mampatokol, 62, tanga nga dim nakal-finish tal course mal they were surprised to mal tell event rigida mal superficial team rigida tell event as mal which is surprising unique trigal adaba ngodo blo mal betor tira mal tilo da dal bengira aklam tel nda ada klama tel hills dire qaldigo giteng egura asulit trigel chaches triga gukti olo no será program ratra abrangira katosang ma Lucas Salit Junior triga giblem asker tira way before start the race was girin ngagi del mat al route el passing runner ay game le girin ngagi chat make sure our other passing le la ganda el count visual 30 so for the half and full mranya turning point 1 2 3 so we needed 6 people 2 each and make sure that are safe beforehand and then waited till the last. So brangay katosang Lucas Sali Junior am Larcel turning point ramalagal Yuri Kishigawa ma King Sam ako play masker til morten ngara bitara blila ngirongor tel ngara amunes ya bil with palma dilius ay miltitrin mo it moray balik so asel wansel kimpestre weli el bon da destril momre kanding tigegi del other thing ek pased ngit da street tel ngarali da gal route mo runner la gal other say so akmalo giteng malorang asulit tigegi del dire que presidente di gurang asulit tigel ngal ratra adamo como ada tra mal ne ngot awela mertia gel terrorism le gira mel ensure a course a runner sa self clear good meet tiger requirement Trigal ada kasher adamam ragim plana serte tela mersel tutawe se lo pid dimna talgis tril bomre trigam lomru relam mawrele like gim no tral akamode tiger rogun long songs tel event of course bomre gi goram sa de hadar waklandi gel Francis gel lieutenant gel police engem total adra mangam legir other traffic and safety and up lo the bamra segi del sis Charlie Ellis ma ide aradani ma Jordan tige giblo mosperti da otobay di hugita ura sule la presidenta track and field daw et mutu lenge mal as presidenta romam mal digum le on board after gim ang late presidenta romam la aitaya and he really stepped up malmutra KB Shell ma I got business ring and up and step in assistant romam make sure you cook la lamar atatra amil vet moklum this director madiso alora sula director orgari lama director tevida horror state trige of course aga horror state tamle appointed till May aktirem lo upkotril before that day director orgari amna mo betel nga kamlo shahid del silse nga kamos o nga kamos tatel feeling hindi tiramal na siya throughout the whole time ulabong kamama amal last digo recognize tira awarang shandi diloy magiru rakana tira trigen of course tira de uran mo oso igamama mo ngemrail egel talang tingil tel program at tira gida dimlar obis makmali o giteng di mutolo nga sulir of course ay gimur tomorrow ruli official omringal sar mamar other ruling akmadinge mungani ay giblam 83 at di again akmaloro nga sulila ka presidente ma minister ni right matul ma minister obi ang artel leadership ro kamil kumis kamam ki tutitel urier and then di ko din mora director mo ko kolbe okta sentigel sponsor sentel event
man sulap yoyam ra maktalis tra melang ko mo maktra already dire president mutragal okya gargi dro mes tiang tial omala dire man neptor sponsors tigem le donate ese traga dire religia ulman no successful mangaria the TAS restaurant ngania Ministry of Human and Health Services PNCC Palau Water PMRB Blue Bay Surangal and Sons Company traga dire man nomsale man help nga kamangwak regel transportation no sa Michael electric vehicle Michael scooter mani close pa era en wala di material and monitor safety na raf dire man ngania man yung donation ra atangakil Senator Inabo, atangakil Senator Sungino, ngirongor rigging raget, church spell, no sa donate tegel line to do respect that route try malig. dire kam laringi TMC dire man ora donate gel kora media opportunity dire kam la film siasing e ko recognize regel ku Taiwan side aria China Airlines Shin Kong Hospital ma Taiwan government and Ministry of Foreign Affairs tigel gigit tigel ko sponsors I'm sure ngarisel ko list del gibon publish rin di kutial te ala ko kutungya ko ang PBA kita madingay sa kanila sign na declaration na World Ocean Day makluwang e president mar adalo Mr. Tiano ngarisel el Ocean Fest and obviously gid ng PBA ma Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Environment ang tigel committee kamamrura ko ra situ cuisine competition hindi ko kanay marget and morning ra klugo ra Elmwood Park ra 5 to 9 PM wal sabi iwe may morning ako ra will competition ngani tigel wa mo ring ya amrula cook off may tigel boto one ra chat sa tigel cook off competition
Rigi mo.
Coming. Ngirage ngir ongora rigi mo coming.
Maybe clarification ya presidente TMC mo donate dile ya mo hospital in media media soal di no mega attention media tamle fusta me simulcast WWFM PWFM TMC mangalil Palau يدير يقولوا سبيرا على إلى التامس ما يجيب لهم سنتس information مرتين إتمنى يسي. Now this was a whole media effort. يجرا whole media station بلاو. I'm not ماجي قلت مقليش لس إذا تبديل مرة بقول otherwise. أجير اللي على stream.
Okay, dia ngumral sulang. Jadi last wise was next week. Kadamora Blue Chabal. tiada bel trip kada mera Monday return on Thursday kita dengan setara hotel hotel partner kita Blue Shabal betul kaya ngesol tira o masjid of course kada mera sana seligara dengi ma of course amina tabasi ma igel rural ma airport last week continue tialom lisi ma moria tela mesa prime minister kada di mol mesange morgal mutel mera a few days later mang Agimra la ngani atro olbila mangyad ma a directora PNA renderiga sodar momsada skogi as you know sea tara direct flights ra shaval mera blur belam close to tel magada dirigal mo explore sel option no se al sumuk te al suela flight ra shaval me uktola ernuginil mo esera tangara lugile kada ngado prime minister ma ukara adra ernugini lo ase somil suwe ma shabal ta sagi interested ning kita mistri serte al lu kangar belan ma shabal msadro isa ta shabal ase kama ready we go ready to accept tire da you know we got to look at all options available to ukmalisel magitra shabal ning aklu to tel mablur belan dirigan mal so da mutel tel mal congratulate tigel tira oktobet se tire lang mral butok te kamal June 7 na tomne wind seals the tarayel testing sedro se kadrum doisra population seals mang control director deputy director public safety chair dingra trang happy birthday oi de odela fisa santo ganga sato tiang man santo tiasa mamlo kasi tia kora de ganga karbela saito o sato SATO okay ra customs happy birthday maumang deme ra Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Environment dirigal justice rudim anaro rudim happy birthday oi dirigal to happy birthday mora omangar wali ra MHHS President ra Senate happy birthday President Paules dirigal mal happy birthday mora Alliance Mau ngara Ministry of Health and Human Services Ediran Ramasaw ngara state kada mo include state government matsung ngara sorry announce kada send me ma Elin Son tatingal ra Bureau of Public Works last junior ngiran mau Dire nga Bureau of Public Works. Happy birthday. Dios sulam kaltangatra balwat. Ilam kaltangatra bekla adar belaw. Kumal misulang. Following week aduk takaswes. Nga kamal din mo tumre ngasula media. Kaya si Miss angir turong amlara namina Miss Raklay. Amlara Korea. Man mula coveraging mo tumre ngasula le. Mga sula media always keeping the people informed. Komsulang.